Welcome to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to talk about the gaming industry, about the stock market related to game companies. So very interesting. I'm going to talk especially about electronics arts, and you're going to find out some really nice, interesting new insights about cloud gaming, about the future of gaming, also related maybe to the future of consoles. So guys, but before I start there, I want to talk about the trading session today. It's 31st of October, so it's Halloween time more or less, but I would say in general the Nasdaq, the stock markets did not look so grim and did not look like a Halloween stock market. So you can see that the Nasdaq was actually up today 2.31%. So it all over the October was terrible when it comes to growth of the Nasdaq and also the Dow Jones and S&P 500. But today was not the worst day, except for electronic arts, as you can see. So here I show you a chart of electronic arts. So minus 4% during the day today, and then even in after hours trading minus 1%. So they lost now from their all-time high 38.7%. So after 20%, people mostly talk about some sort of crash, and I would say around 40% you can even say that that at least the stock from electronic arts is in some sort of a bear market. So it's difficult to say if we are now in a bear market when it comes to the Nasdaq. So the opinions are very, very different when it comes to this. So but overall I would also say the Nasdaq, as you can see here, minus 9%. So it was really helping a lot as a trading day today. So but the Nasdaq doesn't look so good. So the reasons, we know there are a lot of different reasons. It's a question of interest rates, it's a question of trade, fear, trade dispute, trade war, maybe even with China. It's about the fact that we're at the end of a cycle, so that there's a high probability that a recession might come. So if you're very interested in how all the economic machine works, I can recommend you the Ray Dalio. He really writes interesting, important, and amazing books. Actually, has so much information. I'm going to put you a link in the description to a book of Ray Dalio or to his videos. So, but I don't want to talk about now stock market in general. I want to jump into the gaming stocks. So let's have a look, guys. So that's Ubisoft. And Ubisoft is now down from the all-time high 25%, so what is also pretty a lot. And yeah, it also crashed, and it's also some sort in a down trend. So Ubisoft is at the Paris Stock Exchange, so it's not in the US stock, as you know. It's a French games company, but it's one of the biggest one, and it brings us amazing games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And yeah, and what is the next game coming by Ubisoft? Yeah, write it in the commentary. I actually just forgot it. Yeah, it's Beyond Good and Evil 2 is definitely coming. Skulls and Bones. So yeah, they're going to come new games by Ubisoft and The Division 2. So I would say there's a lot of power behind this, and also Ubisoft is into the streaming service, the cloud gaming, together with Alphabet, Google. They were bringing Assassin's Creed Odyssey to stream it in the US through Google. So it's very interesting. They definitely already have a good foot into this market together in a cooperation with Google. What's up with Activision Blizzard, my friend? So yeah, down from the all-time high, let's say minus 17%, up from the last down here. There might be some sort of support, but we will see this in the next weeks. 5-6% up also. So pretty nicely traded. So it's now $69, up 2.33%, and in the after hours did not fall substantially. So Call of Duty 2, 500 million in the first weekend. I guess the game is still selling very well. The Blackout Battle Royale mode successful, but on the other hand, it also needs to be said that the on Twitch the numbers of viewers for Call of Duty is going down, and yeah, of course there are also other games that came now after Call of Duty that are huge concurrents. And yeah, Nintendo, actually, let's talk about Nintendo shortly. From the all-time high, minus 33% down. Also crash, bear market, you would say this. It's listed in the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Was a pretty good day today for Nintendo, but who knows? Well, no one knows this. If we're not just going down to like even yeah, to lower values, or if we're going back. So I don't have an idea. At this point, I also want to highlight I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a YouTuber talking a bit about gaming stocks. So make up your own mind, and yeah, only and be aware of the risk buying stocks, my friends. So another game that just came out, and it's like crazy. The last week so many games came out. So Red Dead Redemption 2 by Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar. So it's produced by Rockstar Studio, but the publisher is Take-Two Interactive. So today it was like a 4%, around 4% up. And if you look at this, so from the last down, it was like 15% up. It's only minus 6.5% down from the all-time high. And if I look at this chart from Take-Two Interactive, I would say it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice chart actually, but also it's extremely volatile. So that's for traders, that's amazing. But let's see. I mean, their big game, Red Dead Redemption, that sold I think 700 million, if I'm not mistaken. I think I read this number somewhere. For 700 million they already earned on Red Dead Redemption. It only came out on Xbox and PlayStation, so the game will come out maybe, it's not for sure at the moment, at some point definitely also for the PC. So I bought it for the PlayStation. It's a pretty amazing game. I really like it. So but yeah, playing with a controller is sometimes a little bit difficult, and the game overall is a bit slow. So, but it's an amazing game. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's extremely high quality. And this is one of those games that you find on the number. You find on the page 1 of your local culture magazine or entertainment magazine or daily newspaper, where they say, yeah, it has never been, no one has ever seen a world this well crafted before in a video game. So let's see how the overall Nasdaq trend will go, and then if we are going to see some other values here. But at this moment, lucky for those people that were buying at $111, so they're already nicely up 15%. That's pretty good, so respect for this guy. So, and then we're coming to, before I'm going to Electronics Arts, I want to talk quickly about Tencent Holding Limited, the Chinese gaming company here. So we talked about the Chinese gaming industry in general before, so about the problem of the new approval of new online games, and the restructuring of the approval administration. So this is still not changing as far as I know, so there are no really good news in this sense, so we have to wait. But today, or since the last downturn, I would say it's now 7% up again. Only today it was jumping like $2, 6%. Tencent, so very good for Japanese for Chinese stocks who was trading them. But overall, you should be aware that the stock is down now 47. Yeah, it was 47% down from the all-time high, so that's extremely a lot. So, and as a little disclaimer, I own the stock, so I'm actually down massively, but I'm a believer, so I think it's still it's still a great stock. So, and I hope at one point that it's turning. I see some sort of support line. So, but that's definitely no recommendation to buy anything. So yeah, but you can check out this chart. So read a little bit about Tencent, and it's very much related to the Chinese economy in general. So, and now I want to jump back to Electronic Arts, my friend. So Electronic Arts massively down. So I was just talking about this. So 4%, 1%. So what is going on with Electronic Arts? I found some interesting news here. For example, you can see more data of Electronic Arts. So the earning call was coming. So earning date was now 29th. They have no dividend yet. So the EPS is 2.22. The PE, the price earnings ratio is 40.93. That's pretty high. Market cap is $27.7 billion, and yeah, and it's all red. Let's put it like this. So why did KeyBank Capital Markets downgrade Electronic Arts? Analyst Stephen Wingreen from investment firm KeyBank Capital Markets downgraded Electronic Arts from overweight to sector weight. The analyst acknowledged that he was wrong about Electronic Arts' near-term growth prospects, and the company is likely to be impacted by a lack of positive catalysts. So yeah, and then another interesting news is Electronic Arts recently outlined its plans to enter the cloud gaming business segment. Electronic Arts is one of the largest gaming publisher globally. Okay, we all know this. And they announced a cloud gaming platform also called as Project Atlas. So, and then it's written here why players need a strong and stable internet connection. A cloud-based gaming subscription model will eliminate the need to purchase gaming consoles. We all know this. So we as gamers we know much better the advantages and disadvantages of cloud gaming. So the advantage is actually that you can play a game, so you don't need a very expensive computer. You can even play it maybe on your phone because it's going to be streamed. Let's imagine we have 5G or mobile networks, and you can start playing a game in the evening, and the next day you continue playing this game, for example on your mobile phone. Because you just stream it and it still looks the same good. You don't have to buy hardware anymore. So this might impact very much Nvidia. But Nvidia is then delivering hardware, of course, to those cute data centers where they calculate the cloud gaming. So yeah, that's this one point. But on the other hand, you're not having those games physically installed on your machine anymore. So it's over with morning time. It's over with just playing offline and just use the license, the program as you wish. So, but already today, I would say a lot of companies have some copy protection DRMs, and they use it. For example, you can't play it in a game because if you're not online, you can't play it. You cannot even start the game. I had this, for example, with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I had for 1 week no internet, and I could not start actually the game. So very much annoying. So, but this is definitely going to be even worse when it comes to, my friends, when it comes to cloud gaming. So that's definitely the case. Then I would say you can't actually, you can't play anymore if you don't have internet. So, well, there are always going to be, in my personal opinion, some games that you're able to download, but at the beginning it's going to be a complementary service, a streaming service of games. It's going to be not substituting directly the classical PC gaming, but it's much more oriented to the consoles, as we know. So it's possible in 5 years we might not have the console like today. So even Sony, so when are the new consoles coming. So when are they coming, my friends? So are they really waiting to this point where streaming games is going to be a reality and we might not even see a PlayStation 5? That's very much possible. Just imagine. So the new PlayStation should already be there. So yeah, PlayStation Pro we saw, or an Xbox, I think, what was it, Xbox One X, something like this with the name. So, but maybe the next or the over next generation of consoles going to be going stream only. So on PC I could imagine this also as a case, but it's going to be much more complementary. So there are going to be a lot of games that you can still play, and still you have to install it on your hardware, and then there are going to be a lot of games that are going to be able to stream, and that's done through platforms of Google, of Microsoft, of Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, etc. So maybe even Steam. So let's see where Steam is going to be in all of this. Is Valve also making the Switch? Because yeah, is it interesting for them to stream games? Maybe. Why not? So I guess at the moment it's much cheaper for them to just sell the games and have the platform. But at this point, when they stream the games, they have to bring up the servers, or they have to rent servers by Google, Microsoft, Amazon, etc. So there are a lot of interesting questions related to cloud gaming. So I think that's something we definitely going to see. It's something that it's going to be disruptive, in my personal opinion, disruptive in the market. So completely new players are coming in. I expect Alphabet, Google, and Nvidia to play a big role in cloud gaming, and it's much more that the developers and maybe even the console producers, that they have to cooperate with them, and then that's going to be seen interesting how, for example, Nintendo is going to live in such an environment. So since Nintendo is one of the closest platform and the closest company when it comes to gaming, and they're not really interested to cooperate a lot with other companies. So very interesting developments ahead, guys. So I'm interested in your personal opinion about cloud gaming, about streaming service, streaming gaming, also stream gaming, etc. What is your personal opinion about this? Do you want to see this at one point, or you prefer that it stays like it is today, or would you be happy that you don't have to upgrade, for example, your hardware anymore at every 2-3 years just to play the next big blockbuster? So you prefer just to pay, like for Netflix, 10 years a month, and then you can play as much games as you want? Or yeah, and of course we all want to see this in one platform. So that's the whole point. In the end, I doubt, or I could imagine that the whole hobby could get much more expensive. So therefore it's difficult. So I think at the moment the hobby is very cheap, with not to talk about the hardware, of course, but when it comes to the games themselves. But cloud gaming could become an expensive hobby, since you have to pay actually the hardware. You're going to pay the hardware where this all is going to be calculated, the licenses. So can you then actually play a game, let's say 100 hours a game? Is this going to cost you $100, or is this still going to cost you $60? So very interesting thoughts about this. So yeah, write it in the commentary section. I'm very much interested in your opinion, and I'm leaving this video. It became a bit longer, but I think there's so much interesting reflections to be made, and we're going to see cloud gaming in the future, and that's very much related, of course, to the gaming companies, to the gaming industry in general. And yeah, and bear in mind, so these are companies, they want to earn money, and we're the gamers. We accept a lot, but of course, if we don't accept something, just don't purchase it, just don't follow it, and that's going to hurt the stock owners, and it's going to hurt the companies, and then they might not do it. So just bear this in mind. So be a bit activist. Maybe you also have rights as a gamer. You don't have to swallow everything that they present there. So that's my personal opinion. So guys, okay, thank you guys, have a great evening, see you, bye.